ladies and gentlemen. May 14th, Monday, 2008. 2018.
Is my Young Jeezy shirt throwing you back to 2008?
Yeah. That definitely threw me off a little bit. I grew up on that shirt, man.
So did I.
Yo, he retired.
Cheer. He ain't got nothing else to say, man. He got nothing else to prove, bruh.
Certified
legend, man.
Man, but your shirt's cool. They needed some coolness on Saturday.
The snowman needed to show up to the venue on Saturday, bro. That shit look crazy.
Oh, man. So we're fresh off of Born Legacy Supreme 2.
Yes, sir.
What you think of the event, man?
Well, first of all, man, big friends. How was your weekend, my brother?
My Friday was cool. I went to go see Infinity War.
Oh, boy. So you got all the Thanos bars and all that.
Shit. I saw it. This is my second time seeing it.
Yo, listen, man. These fools are going to make me, have to go see this movie just to understand these bars, man.
You got to go watch it, bro.
That's crazy,
I'm going to leave it at that. Go watch
it. All right.
The pay-per-view was fire.
Yep.
I felt exhausted after the pay-per-view.
I was drained, my dude.
I felt exhausted.
I felt like I was in the venue.
That's how I felt, too. And Sundays, kick day with Mother's Day fam and all that good stuff.
Where Mama Love doing good?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that.
What about you?
Man, same old, man. I went to go see Mama Love today, actually. She was working yesterday. Now, Saturday I did my thing, my usual pay-per-view setup. Exhausted by the end of the night, but we got a couple goodies out of that joint, so I'm not that mad.
We got a couple memes out that joint too.
Word up, man. But before we get started, everyone, I need you guys to go and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube coming soon at Let's Talk Battle Rap. Follow us, comment, rate, subscribe, and now time to get to the event, my brother. Big France, walk us through this. First of all, if you hear noises going on, there's construction going on in the building today.
Right.
So, we out here. We're not in these streets, but it sounds like we in these streets. So please bear with us.
Speaking of streets.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of streets. What a
bar.
segue. What a segue. That's a bar.
That's a bar.
Speaking of streets. Your man. Our man. Didn't we pick him?
We did pick our streets.
Oh, my gosh. He made us look crazy, man.
So, let's just leave it at this real fast because I definitely want to play some audio today. T-Top went live today explaining what happened. But before I get into that, for the people that don't know, haven't seen the pay-per-view of the battle or heard, or just you've been under a rock and haven't seen any of the memes, our streets is battling Danger Zone.
Yep.
And his third round, he wanted to tag team T-Top. Tag team T-Top in, and T-Top's going to spend maybe, 8-16 bars. He wasn't booked for the card, so, the city will love to see their star.
Yep.
So, he calls him to the stage. T-Top comes up like, Carolina, what's that? And the crowd goes crazy. Like, that was the biggest reaction Archer's got his whole battle.
The biggest reaction he got the whole battle.
And, he looks at T-Top ready to spit bars, and T-Top's like, damn, I ain't got nothing for you.
I ain't got nothing to say, kid.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Carolina.
All right.
Man.
So we're just like, so T-Top played him. What happened here? So
yeah.
I have a clip from T-Top's live today I want to play. He kind of explained as to what happened.
Talk about it.
Let me play this clip.
I walk in the building. I got a couple of bare necessities. A couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I get to the stage, but while I'm doing that, Danger Zone go. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like we got time to practice on the motherfucking stage.
Yeah, he looks so
So
upset.
it's Danger Zone go. So by the time I get to the motherfucking to the stage, on the stage, it's Street's third round. So I'm like, oh shit is over. I want to see. At least I know Riggs is there, and I know he got Riggs coming out. I know he supposed to have bad news coming out at the time. Like I said, I just got there, so I don't know if bad news there or not. I don't know if he on stage. I don't know what's going on because I just got there. I don't know if they already did their part. I don't know if they had one person every round. And I don't know what he did. I don't know what happened because I never heard none of the shit.
So it sounded like our streets had prepared to have somebody from the city jump in, Riggs, Bad News, T-Top, maybe who knows who he spoke to. But it sounds like he didn't follow up and confirm everything, which is like
number one rule in business: follow up all the time. And well, first of all, we gotta start with this battle, right? Danger Zone versus our streets. Danger Zone, the veteran, he's been out here, he's battle tested, been on the traffic cards, actually kind of validated the traffic cards, you know what I mean? Crafty with the bars versus the up-and-comer R Streets, who's, I guess, been around for a while, Dot Mob member. And, in our predictions, I picked our streets just because, like,
well,
I just had to pick like a different pick. It was like my troll pick or whatever. But
I picked our streets because he had a lot of qualities. He was home. Like we didn't see this coming at all whatsoever.
At all.
And his first round was valid, even though he lost the first. His first round was valid, so he just kept that pace. He could have had a good performance.
And Danger Zone just came out. He was on fire.
That wasn't a great Danger Zone. Bro.
What? Yo, you tripping.
It was a good Danger Zone.
You are tripping, man.
Everybody who follows Danger Zone, Verb, Chilla, everybody was tweeting and said Danger Zone called it 30. He wasn't even that great.
I don't know, man. I thought he was on fire. I thought this was one of the more creative Danger Zones that I saw.
He was very vulnerable.
Look, our streets. I don't know. You got your ass whooped by a very vulnerable Danger Zone, and I was impressed by Danger. I want to see him again. But we get to so Danger comes out. Our streets had a decent round one. I'll concur that, and Danger just was better round one.
Facts.
Second round, I'm not gonna lie to you. Our streets was okay. Nothing too fancy from it.
The jokes didn't like land.
No, like whatever.
He's not a joking guy.
Not at all, man. And the rhythm and everything, he was just, I don't know, he just wasn't connecting. And for a guy from Carolina, you would think he would be connecting. You
gotta
feel me?
appreciate that about the crowd. Like, they were not biased.
They were not biased for nobody.
They gave their home guys a hard
ass time, man. And then we get to the third round, and like you said, our street spitting some bars, and then he's like, ooh, I'm about to take this over the top, bring my man T-Top out. T-Top ain't have no bars for him. And now he is a meme in battle rap. Man.
I have a lot to say, but we definitely we have somebody that's gonna call into the show. And I'm sure he has a whole lot to say about this situation. And I want to hear about the situation from another point of view,
from someone who was in the building.
And he was in the building. Let's get our street star Norbes on the phone. Let's give him a phone call.
Let's give him a call.
Yeah, man. Should be calling him right now.
Battle was crazy. The Danger Zone was fire, man.
That was a decent Danger Zone, man.
Oh, my gosh, man. He was fire.
It was decent, man.
I mean, so the back and forth, apparently, is that our streets pretty much said that he told T-Top, hey, man, this is what I want you to come in and do. Oh, here comes Norbes.
You?
Hello? Great.
Norbes, what it do?
What's up, bro?
Ain't shit, man. Welcome to the show, bro.
Welcome
back, brother.
Sir.
So we here, man, and we laughing it up, man. We talking about the memes. We talking about our streets. We talking about T-Top. This shit is hilarious. I know you probably didn't find it funny here.
Huh?
I know you probably didn't find it funny. You was probably upset.
About what?
About our streets third round.
No, I mean that shit don't piss me off. Like, to me, it's hilarious. Like, people think that because someone doesn't do well, I'm upset. Like, people want me to be upset. That's different. Like, people be like, they want to say you failed. For some strange reason, I feel like that's what people want to say. And I'm like, dude, everybody that has battled, anybody who's become great at something has failed at one time or another. Mm-hmm. If we can go down the list if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Because our streets lost doesn't make me lose faith in him.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I would lose faith in him if, say, he just quit or he showed a porous attitude. You know what I mean? Or
not at all.
But
so
people.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, like, people want to pounce on you when they feel like you're vulnerable or they feel like they want to throw something in your face. And I see that with a lot of fans. Like, it's weird. Like, I've seen tweets like, you know, it's the PG program got to get revamped. And I'm sitting there like, because our streets did bad against Danger Zone. I mean, there's a lot of people that have lost to Danger Zone. I mean,
the reason why I thought you were upset, not because he lost, but because
he didn't have a third round prepared.
He didn't have a third round prepared, and he did what he did because you would think like him getting a shot in his city against a big name, he would take it fully serious.
Yeah, that's what we meant. It wasn't so much that he brought T-Top out. It was the point that he's starting off at home, the opening battle, and it's already 1,000 degrees in there, and he doesn't have a third round.
And it's his first main stage.
And it's his first main stage. So that's what we're talking about. Not the other round. You know, people fail, people come back, but you know what I mean?
In terms of that, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what's one of them things that's very what's the word I want to use? That's not good. That's something that our streets needs to be talked to about. Like, dude, like, you're getting paid. They weren't paying fucking T-Top. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
why would you even risk put your hands in the put your career in somebody else's hands at that moment? That's insane.
Not only that, he didn't have any bars after Top walked off. I thought that was insane. Like,
listen, whatever they agreed to or didn't agree to,
right.
There's definitely a conversation that has to be had, regardless. Like, you know, like you look stupid. And not to mention, like, you battle Danger Zone. Danger Zone is
there's
a
nobody
good
to play
MC.
with. Nobody to play with.
Yeah, he's solid. Like I don't think he's the most versatile, but he's very good at what he does when he's on. Yeah. And though he can rap.
And he's had some good showings too. Young Cannon, you know, on your platform, you know. So he's had some good showings also.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, like that's the disheartening part of the situation.
Right.
Streets, like, you know, you got your opportunity. He was on Born Legacy Supreme, actually.
Yeah.
Which
with big names,
way harder.
With heavy hitters. This was an opportunity to make a name for yourself.
And it's in your hometown.
Right, talk about it.
You're from Cali.
Exactly.
I mean, you're from wherever. And it's crazy. It seemed like the person that took the best opportunity, that was a PG dude, was Geechee.
All the way from the West Coast, man. Oh, my goodness.
You would have thought he was home.
Man, he took it. That battle was incredible.
Let me jump in here. Norbes, so T-Top said today that our Streets and Danger Zone supposed to battle at the Survivor Series in the DMV. So their battle kind of got pushed up 3 weeks. Do you think that match would have been better for the future than pushing it up to Born Legacy?
My thing is this. You have an option, right, to do it. And most people are going to want to be on the bigger card. Dude, it's in North Carolina.
Right.
If you couldn't handle that type of pressure, then you should have said no. Nobody put a gun to our Street's head and said, hey, by the way.
Absolutely.
Like T-Top didn't have, he wasn't on the card, and he's from Carolina too, and he's super popular. Nothing is this, bro.
Now, Norbes, I got to say one thing. I got to commend all of your MCs for actually persevering through those conditions that they were in, man, because from my TV, I was exhausted at the end of the night just from looking at y'all. Could you please tell us what was it like inside of that place, and why did it go down like that?
It was so bad that Smack took off his beard in the middle of the battle.
He took the Velcro off?
He took it right off. He said, listen, guys, I can't do this. And he took it off.
Oh, my goodness,
He literally took it off. Like, it was horrible.
That's crazy. Guys were like, it felt like it was 150. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm impressed by the guys being able to get through it, because you could tell that it was kind of affecting them. You know what I mean? But everyone still remained professional.
The fact that Old Red stuck to a time limit showed you how hard it was.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Dude, it was. I walked in. It's crazy. I took a long ride because I had to pick up a puppy. So for me and my wife and my family.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I see people walking out with no shirt on. So I was like,
you just thought this was some regular country shit, right?
Like, what kind of freaky shit is this? And I walked in. I was like, yo, bees, like, you want to turn the AC? and dude, it was like, yo, he didn't turn. I was like, wow. First of all, it was about 90 something in North Carolina.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
So imagine 90 outside.
Yeah.
And it had to be about 110 inside.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was crazy. It was insane.
That's crazy, man. Crazy.
I want to move on to some of the other battles of the night, and the next battle after that was
X Factor
and Jerry West.
Yeah, man.
I was impressed by both those guys, man. Like, I was really happy X Factor found a way to kind of adapt.
Yeah.
Because even that
was a risk.
Yeah.
When he was active, he couldn't adapt.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is that was probably the least anticipated battle on the card.
And it was a solid battle.
Probably one of the best ones of the night.
Yeah. Yo, Norbes, I gotta say, man, Jerry West really impressed me, man. Like,
he's improved.
He has been in a groove lately. When he first came out, sputtered a little bit, but he has figured it out, man. Like, what do you attribute to that? And what do you think about that? Him being able to turn it around so fast.
Trying to figure it out, taking it serious. There was a time where Jerry was really down on himself. And he was like, damn, son, I don't know. And I just, bro, you'll figure it out. Just keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
And he just kind of just started making better decisions and taking it more serious and like, he's a real student of the game. Like people don't realize, like he really pays attention.
I can tell from his post game interview where he was talking about he was dropping some jewels. All you guys should go check it out. He's really dropping some jewels on how to set up your bars. So all you corny rappers who don't know how to set up your bars still, and you're wondering why Jerry looks so good up there, go watch his post game interview and pick up a couple of lessons from that boy.
His marketing has got up.
Hello.
He sold the hell out of
Yeah,
that.
Absolutely, man. And X Factor had a very strong comeback, man. Were you impressed by him?
I'm impressed that he came back so smooth. Like, most people had X Factor putting people to sleep that night. To be honest with you.
That's easily one of X Factor's best performances over the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Easily.
And he only had one pause-worthy bar in there. So, and it was a low-key pause-worthy bar. So that's a big improvement for X, man. Right. You know what I mean?
Your swag's off.
I had Jerry West winning the battle.
Yeah.
And I look forward to Jerry West getting another plate, man. Like I think he's ready for
Norbes, I think the Brooklyn boy is ready for that stage, man. I think it's time he might get elevated.
Man. Taking your bumps and bruises and making them into positives, and you got to commend Jerry for doing that.
Absolutely. Yo, how does it feel to be basically an A&R? Because I know that was like one of your dreams coming up to be an A&R at a major label, but now you're pretty much the A&R for like the top hip-hop battlers in the world. Like, how does it feel to be that?
It's a little tough because you got to make the decision to tell people they're not good enough, so 90% of the time you don't get positive feedback. You know what I mean? So, but I like the pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure makes diamonds. So,
absolutely.
To me, it's a challenge, and I feel like I give a lot of good people opportunities to fulfill their dreams. So I love it, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, you're doing a great job.
I think my favorite thing about Jerry West is like his cadence, how he raps really slow. There's not a lot of guys that like rap that slow, and that he can freestyle sometimes mid rebuttal, like in his round.
Yeah,
and he has a whole variety of like weaponry, like where he's funny.
Yeah,
he can be layered. He has wordplay.
And his punches are super creative, man.
And they're all, that's what I'm saying. And not only that, they're current events.
Absolutely.
So, like, whatever's going on at the time, like, he's giving you that. And it hits you like, oh, yeah.
Word, man. The next battle?
The next battle after that was JC and Geechee Gotti.
JC and Geechee. Yo, Norbes, this is by far one of the best battles of the year to me so far, man. This was an incredible battle.
Geechee Gotti's cementing his star, man.
No, I'm ready for Geechee Gotti on Gnome. I'm ready for Geechee Gotti on Gnome.
Yo, the intensity that he brought to that battle, and not only that, JC was not backing down at all. Did you expect that kind of fight from JC, Norbes?
JC is one of the best to do it, and he's had some performances that people kind of question him recently. He couldn't afford to take a clear loss or anything like that, and he just banged his A game. That's JC though, man. Like,
yeah. I thought
JC is very hard to beat.
I thought JC's second round was super powerful, man. Like, I think
he's gotten really small. He's getting, I don't know how it's possible. He's getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, man. JC, man, I get a couple protein bars, man. Start hitting the weights, bro. You're looking crazy up there, but your pen is still crazy, though. Your pen game crazy.
Nah, JC is ill, man. He just got he's the BJ Armstrong of battle rap. He just looks 15.
Just shows up and does his damn job, right? Time after time. Time after time, man. But Geechee, man, I'm really proud of him. Like, he really stepped his game up and this is what our streets was supposed to do. Take full advantage of this opportunity and show people, like, yo, this is why I'm here. You know what I mean? And I see nothing but good things for that brother, man. Nothing but good things.
Especially in your hometown, bro. Like, you're supposed to be the best person in your hometown.
Absolutely. That's how it works, right? You the best on your block. You the best in your city, you the best in your state, and then you spread out across the country. You know what I mean? If you got the biggest league in the world bringing the eyeball to your city, you're supposed to show up and show out no matter what. Win, lose, or draw.
When you want to be the face of that, that's crazy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Next battle, friends.
Well, before we move on to the next battle, in the midst of the Geechee Gotti battle, right afterwards in the pay-per-view, that's when they announced the trailer for Geechee and Tech 9.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, like, Tech 9's in trouble.
I think Tech 9 is going to be the biggest underdog in battle rap history.
I think so. And he's battling Geechee in Cali, an initiation.
Yo. He better use this tune-up with Jims to iron out all the kinks.
No disrespect to Tech, but did you guys, like, when you guys were making this match, you were like, Tech, are you sure you want to take this? Were you guys, like, precaution, like, Tech, I don't think this
Me personally, when they told me about the matchup, I hated it.
Ooh, tell me why.
I don't think it's a good matchup at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Geechee Gotti comes to play,
yeah,
it's a clear 30.
Yeah.
And it really does nothing for his legacy or the build-up. And I love Tech 9. But nobody's going to sit there. Tech 9 is not the same person he was when he first came on.
Copy.
And to get your shit back against Geechee Gotti is insane.
It's going to be a tough task, man, in L.A.
You guys gave Tech tons of plates. He got Jim's the month right before that, a couple weeks before that probably, and then Geechee afterwards. So that's really difficult on him. I'm surprised this is all happening. Like, he has a lot on his plate right now.
He's got a lot on his plate.
I think he's using Champion to relaunch his battle career. And I love Tech. I just feel like when they tell you, once you become a commentator, you should just stay a commentator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Tech 9 is dope. I just don't think. I think he's past his prime.
Gotcha. So if Gotti,
I'm expecting Geechee to win clearly.
If Gotti catches, let's say if Gotti catches a body on a solidified vet like that you don't think that adds anything to his resume? Like, to catch a clean body on a vet like that wouldn't help him out at all?
I mean,
the timing of
people are going to tune in to watch Gotti. I don't think if you were to put up a poll right now,
yeah,
it would probably be less than 10% of the people think Tech 9 will win.
Right. No, I feel you on that.
I don't think anybody could think he could beat him. And I love Tech. Tech's one of my favorite battle rappers of all time. But
I agree.
There comes a time when you just hang it up. I don't think he should have took that battle.
Yeah, this is bad timing, man.
I don't think he should have took that battle neither, man.
Maybe if he took the battle in Philly, but this battle in L.A., man, it has.
Yeah, see, like, I agree with Norbes when he said this doesn't do anything for Geechee. Like, a couple battles prior, like before he battled JC and Av, battling Tech could have did something.
Yeah.
But Av is a little more active. He's known as one of the best punches. JC's known as one of
the best
you
look at it like he's supposed to win. Clearly.
Yeah, exactly. He's supposed to win, and he's home.
Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah, like, it's not a matchup. I'd rather seen a few other matchups.
Gotcha.
I don't even like the style clash, to be honest with you. And I love Tech 9, like I said.
Yeah.
But I just think Tech should be comfortable behind the desk analyzing things.
Stick to the booth.
I just don't feel like. I think sometimes, when they say you hang on, it's like when somebody doesn't shave their head because they're going bald, but they don't want to.
Listen, man, I'm part of ball game. I hear you.
So they just keep cutting their hair lower.
If you feel this strongly about Tech and Geechee, how do you feel about Tech and Gyms?
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't crazy about that matchup either. It's one of the matchups I'm like, okay.
So how does it go? Is it a voting process? Like, do you guys give thumbs up, thumbs down, or like how does that go? If you're not feeling something, like,
we're not always gonna agree. But the one thing is, Jim's is an excellent promoter, and he really wanted to make that battle happen.
Yeah.
And they came to the table, and people were like, yo, let's just make it happen. Some of the fans wanted to see it. So we try to make the fans as happy as possible, to be honest with you. Me personally, do I think it's a great matchup? No.
Man, and
I think the storyline is what makes it interesting, but like style-wise, no.
Yeah, I mean,
it's almost like watching Hulk Hogan and The Rock wrestle.
Absolutely, man.
They're gonna sell the hell out of the fight, but they can't wrestle anymore. You know what I'm saying? In a sense.
Oh my God!
Not on the level that you. And I love Jim's too.
Yeah.
But I think there's Jim's. I think he's better equipped to battle at KOTD than he is on Smack. But Jim has a lot to prove. If anyone has something to prove, it's Jim's. Even though Tech's trying to keep his career alive, but if Tech doesn't do well against Jim's, he might as well not show up to LA. To be perfectly honest.
Yo, y'all gonna return his deposit? Like, hey, Geechee, we got you a bigger play, man.
Like,
Tech, keep this deposit right here.
Like Tech needs this battle for people to want to see.
Absolutely.
Him versus Geechee, and that's sad to say, but I'm probably gonna get a phone call later, like, no, why are you saying that shit? But I'm just being honest, like,
because
people to want to see that battle, he's gonna have a phenomenal performance.
No, you're absolutely.
And Jim's, for people to believe Jim's could bang with the big boys, he's gonna need a special performance. And I think, me personally, I think that matchup should be good, but I personally probably would not been like, yo, let's book that one right away. That's just me personally.
They've been talking
I'm pulling for both of them. I want them both to do well because they're probably two of the best people in terms of being people in battle rap.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see them do good, but if I'm just being honest,
yeah,
Tech needs an incredible performance and Jim's needs to match it, just so people believe he can be here. So that's that matchup.
When the match was
establishing themselves.
When the match was announced, everybody was like, "Jim's on URL. Like, where's his PG?" People forgot that Jim's did a PG, and it was up on
he
YouTube.
Battled against
Bad News.
Bad News,
and it was on YouTube for a bit. It got taken down, so that's why everybody was kind of like scrambling. Like, oh, what happened to his PG? And can you talk a little bit about why it was? I remember watching it. Like, there was like a fight in the second round, or kind of like a fight.
It was kind of like it wasn't a good battle.
You don't think it was a good battle?
It was all right. It wasn't. I wasn't crazy about it. I was there.
I thought Bad News second round was crazy. That rebuttal he had was crazy.
That battle was nothing special.
The Bad News rebuttal in the second round, that was crazy.
I wasn't crazy.
That battle wasn't nothing special.
He schemed.
Maybe I'm overlooking it.
He rebutted he rebutted a scheme.
Bruh, that battle wasn't nothing special, bruh.
Now it's down, so nobody's ever gonna know.
It's all
but
good,
you know what it is to rebuttal at least 12 bars of a scheme? That's skill.
No, fantastic. But
that
battle wasn't nothing crazy, man.
All right.
Nothing crazy. Now let's move on. There's a lot of controversy about Charlie Clips' performance on Twitter. Everyone is saying he phoned it in. People were not happy. What do you think about the Av and Clips battle, and what do you think about Charlie Clips' performance that night?
Well, I'm going off the general consensus of what I've heard people complain about. Because I actually missed the battle because, again, it was 280 degrees. But what I could say about Charlie is it's almost the Tech 9 thing, where it's like, do you still want to do this? Are you past your prime? Do I think Charlie Clips is one of the most skilled individuals of all time? Absolutely.
Because you've always said he's the most talented but the laziest. You've always said that.
Yes, and the least focused. And I think Charlie has other things that he's looking to do, and I don't know if he's 100% focused. I hear him saying what he's saying, and I want to believe him. Like I seen afterwards, he put out a tweet that he said, all the haters, wait till my next performance. We've heard that story.
Yo, man, he's like that.
I've heard that.
I've heard that story
see you in June. Times.
Yo,
it's getting me to the point where it's like, all right, Charlie, I've heard you say this, I've heard you say that, but my nigga, it's the same result. I'm not satisfied.
Right.
I can't judge it off of this battle because I didn't see it, but from what fans are saying, it's kind of similar to how I've been feeling about Charlie. Having said that, I think Charlie is, talent-wise, top 5. But in terms of his drive, and does he really want to do it, he leaves a lot to desire.
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of fans are just tired of, half performance. I mean, I can't say what I've seen. I didn't see it. What I'm saying is from what I've seen from Charlie and what people are saying is that, like, they want that dynamic Clips. They want that. But the problem is, does he want to do it anymore? That's the question. Is Charlie capable of doing it? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Do I think he has all the skills? I knew he had it at one point. But, if LeBron stops playing ball for 2-3 years, will he come back as the MVP? That's something that you have to question.
Right.
And I think that's where Charlie's at right now, where he's kind of trying to find a balance, And I think it's people are looking at him wilding out, and it's a big joke. That's what he's supposed to make you laugh. And I don't know, maybe he got lost in that mantra of what they do over there. And people don't want to see that. They want that old Clips wearing that tight polo rugby that he battled against Averb. We don't know if that Clips will ever come back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think that's what the fans want. So in terms of expectation of what they once had and what they have now, I think that's what they're going through. Having said that, I think Charlie's one of the most dynamic, more talented battlers ever. But the question is, it's almost like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, to me, the greatest quarterback of all time. But I would have not signed him his last couple of years. With the Broncos, he couldn't play.
Right. Well, they ain't getting rid of him.
You got to question Charlie. Like now, people when Charlie comes on the card, they're like, "Oh man, do I really want to waste his money his ticket because I'm not sure how he's going to do?" And I think that's where people are with Charlie Clips right now.
Norbes, so But before I go back to the Charlie Clips battles, something I noticed that Charlie Clips is doing now, right? Like he's like you said, he's expanding his variety of things. Like he does Wildin' Out. And as far as the battle world, I seen like a couple months ago he did an event called the Draft Night where he was recruiting talent of his own, put him in a tournament, and one of the guys that came second place in the tournament and got drafted by NWX has a PG out in the Survivor Series, Profilini.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm interested in hearing your opinion on like what do you think of battle rappers now trying to also find talent and like give back to the culture and like create their own platforms or events.
I think that's dope. I've always dealt with other battlers. Clips has called me about other people. Goods have called me about people. Mm-hmm. So I'm always accepted taking it, from other battlers in terms of their opinions or people they feel like are good enough. So I'm not tripping off of that. I appreciate it. Hopefully the guy does well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. And back to the Clips battle, it sucked that Av choked this third round and left the door open. So now like Clips escapes death.
The Clips stands are gonna be like, well, one of those rounds was debatable, and
Clips is one of the most likable battlers, but the expectation is he's almost like LeBron. People don't want to see nothing but greatness. If LeBron has a bad series, he lost it, and I think he's in that realm. Like, damn, Clips. Can you still do it? Like he's arguably one of the best, if not the most talented ever. Mm-hmm. So when you see a performance that you don't like, or you feel like, damn, Charlie, you could have did better, you get upset. You're spending money, you're watching battles, you expect to see the best of the best, and I feel like a lot of people feel like they haven't gotten that from Charlie.
Yo, big question: is he on No Made? He said, "See you in June." You know what I mean?
Sorry, what are you saying? I'm over here potty training my dog.
Yo, what kind of dog did you get, man? We're going to jump off battle rap real quick for a second. What did you get, Norbes?
I got my daughter and my wife. My wife always said she wanted a boxer.
Oh, okay.
So whatever the boss says, I do.
By the way, man, how was the Mother's Day, man? Tell your wife Happy Mother's Day from us up here. You know what I mean? How was your Mother's Day?
I'll tell you this. I knew if I didn't get here on time, I was not going to have a good Mother's Day. So I was driving.
You was probably doing like $120 up that highway trying to make it up
I got there so fast. She was just waking up when I got there.
Oh, man, salute to you, man.
I picked up like at 10:30 from. So I drove. I was going, bro. I was doing about a
Yo, my man Norbes got that PTSD, post-traumatic spouse disorder. You know what I'm saying?
You guys don't understand. My wife looks like an angel.
Yo, my dude, what are you talking about, man? I'm married. I'm married, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. You ain't telling me nothing I don't know about, my brother. You know what I mean?
Listen, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been this whipped in my life.
Yo, man, when you find one, you gotta keep one, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen. There be times where I'm right, but I'm wrong. I don't know how that works.
Yo, listen.
That's exactly how it works.
You know how it works, Norbes? You keep that peace in that crib, and you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? You want to come home to a peaceful home. I know what it's like, Norbes. I've been with my joint like 20 years. I know I look young, but I've been with her for a long time. So, I'm an OG in this game right here.
Facts.
My wife, I didn't even tell her you're the one that gave me those treats last time. She wants to meet you.
We'll definitely link up.
She says I annoy her when I get twisted.
No doubt.
It's crazy. Even when I want to get twisted, I think about it like, damn.
Is it worth it? Do I gotta hear all this?
Oh my God, she hates it. Like, I'm just doing it, and she's looking at me like,
she's like, yo, let me have some fun. Come on, man. Oh man. So no, is this your? She's
the best thing that ever happened to me. But I'm not gonna lie, I've never. Oh no, good shit.
Yo, choose your words carefully.
In my life.
What was it about her? What was it about her that got you this whip?
What was it about her?
Because we used to hear the stories, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, that you used to put out. That you used to put out. What'd you say?
Baby, I don't know what he's talking about. She's right here. She just said that.
Yo, we're just kidding, man. I'm just trying to get you in trouble. That's all, man. We just cracking jokes.
It's all good.
We just cracking jokes.
Most of them. But I'm gonna say it was the fact that, like, first of all, my wife has dropped that gorgeous.
Yes, sir. We've seen.
Secondly, you don't find a combination of a real pretty girl that's hilarious. Like, she's really funny and she's fun to be with.
Yo,
She's
sense
a
of
good
humor goes
person.
a
She's
long
lovable.
way.
You know what I like? I've seen her go to
I
events.
told
I've seen you take her to events. I like that's dope.
Yeah, and I don't take anybody to events, and I always take her. But she's just a good person, man. Like, she makes me better, even though she
dope,
drives
man.
me crazy. She's pregnant now, but she's definitely awesome. Like,
I feel you.
it was just, I knew when you know, you know.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I mean? And I knew it, and I like, even Beach was like, "Yeah, you get married?" I'm like, "Bro." I told him, I was like, "Whatever, I'm gonna marry her," and I married her.
How fast was the proposal? Like, how long were you guys dating before?
You know what's
proposed?
crazy? She didn't believe me. Like, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna marry you," and she was like, "Shut up." And then we ended up married. I kid you not, bro. Like, it's so funny because I told her, this is the crazy thing. Mother's Day last year.
Yeah.
I sent her a dozen roses, white roses, right? Now, mind you, my wife doesn't have kids. And I sent her the roses, and I said, just to let you know, you're going to be the mother of my child, and I'm going to marry you. A year later, she's the mother of my child that was married.
That's fire.
So,
that's fire.
I knew it.
Bullseye.
I was after her for a while, for like a year and some change. And,
wow.
You know,
so
about 2 years, okay. And then, you know, once I laid it down, she was in love.
Ow, ow. Hola, Norbito. Hola, Norbito.
You know, I had to put it down. You know what I mean?
You turned into Makana Man and all that.
And I did all types of shit. It was over, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, Norbes brought the groceries home. That's what he did, man. It was over.
Man, listen, hey. But nah, it's definitely now I'm waiting for the baby to drop, and I was talking to the staff earlier, like I'm about to turn up.
Yeah.
Real soon. So, I got some shit I want to discuss, but only I can discuss it the way I do.
Okay. What you want to talk about, brother?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, shit. I'm just gonna bring back real shit. Like, I love you guys' show.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I was actually considering bringing you guys under the wing because I love you guys, what you guys are doing.
Appreciate it.
But I didn't really get to talk to you guys about it, but I definitely want to bring you guys on the wing because I think you guys are good. I think you guys are good for the sport.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you, man.
We try to be professional about everything, though. So that's the route we're going.
But there's a lot of stuff I want to address, man. It's just you're gonna see. I got you. We'll be the first time the exclusives.
We'll do it, man. Hey, listen.
I'm trying to drop the not Geechee Gotti. Another one of my young guys coming up.
Who?
Skates.
Oh yeah.
Jump How to Paddle probably be out by Wednesday or Thursday. It's my fault. I was supposed to drop it.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
I heard good things about that one.
I can't wait to see that one, man. We've been hearing really good things about that battle.
Oh, it's a good battle. It's a really good battle. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Dope. Norbes, we know you got wifey over there waiting for you. All in all, how would you rate the event? 1 to 10, success, your takeaways from it. What you thought about the event, the whole weekend?
I mean, I thought we could have did a lot of things better. But overall, I mean, I thought we did a good job. We delivered it to the fans. Things was on time. Outside of, I want to apologize to all the fans for the fucking heat stroke that they almost got.
Yeah, salute to the fans, man.
It was a successful event. I say 8. You know what I mean? But,
okay, yeah.
And that's totaling performances and everything.
I'll tell you this: on second and third watches of the battle, the content and the quality of the battles, the material was there. It's just we understand, man. 200-degree weather inside, like. Performance might suffer a little bit, but the material was there. So salute to the fans, salute to the battlers.
I was like, oh my God. And then I seen people walking out the club with no shirt on. So I was like, yo.
And that kind of weather. Salute to them for no violence happening in that kind of heat, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
I'm telling you, I have a question.
Literally took his beard off.
The Velcro.
I was like, fuck this beard.
What did you
I'm taking it off.
What did you think of
Ryder's performance? It was that bad. It was hot. I seen a lot of weaves sweated out. It was crazy. Girls were walking out with their edges off. It was nuts.
Looking crazy.
What the hell's going on here? It was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Norbes, I have a question. What you think of Ryder's performance?
I missed it. Again, I heard he did okay. I got to watch it all.
I really want to hear your view on it. I really wanted to hear your opinion on it.
I don't know. I watched most of the stuff in the car because I had the puppy with me and he was being a pain in the ass.
Nah, you just wanted to sit up in that AC and watch the pay-per-view. I know how you do.
Oh, listen. I will be watching it this week because I got the password. So people that want to watch the videos on the man, you can still purchase it. So if you want to watch it, that's what I'm going to do.
Go to watchbattlelive.com, purchase the VOD, It's 8 battles, 8 fire battles, man. Purchase it, support battle rap, man. These guys put on for you, support.
Did you see Luigi and Suge?
Yo, I didn't even see that. All I know is that I seen Suge walk in.
Yeah.
He had like a really tight tank top on. And when he walked off, he was just baggy as hell. No, no.
Oh man, yo, what'd you think about Bonnie coming out as a surprise guest?
I'm kind of tired of that. That's not the first time I've seen that. Like I've seen
talk about it. There's been a lot.
What's all this tag teaming?
There's been a lot of tag teaming.
Yo, next event, you make it a rule. No more tag teaming. We're tired of it.
Yeah.
We're done.
I
man.
mean, we get it. Math dated Bonnie.
Ate the ass.
You know,
we get it. We all eat ass, man.
Like,
we're all
that
adults
already.
here. Come on, yo.
That
ain't no
nothing wrong
news.
with eating a little ass.
Come on, nothing, man.
It.
Right out the shower, talk about it, man. Why is that news in 2018, man? Come on, yo. People eat ass.
You two guys are nasty fuckers, so I know both of you eat ass. So
yo, listen, man. I'm Haitian. He's Dominican. You know we eating ass. Facts. Man. Pause.
Yeah. I never understood what's the big deal. Oh, he ate ass. So what? He ate ass.
I don't know, man. I don't
tell you.
Yeah, people crazy, man.
I don't understand. You know?
Yo, listen.
If my wife ever goes on stage and says something like that, I'm gonna be like, so what?
I'm like, you think that's gonna embarrass me? What? Gotta hit her with the Cortez. What? Nasty.
Yeah, like who cares? I would have been like, but his rebuttal was crazy.
Yo, about it.
That shit was legendary.
Talk about
that
it.
That shit was legendary.
Yo, that lit up the room all over again.
That rebuttal was crazy.
That was crazy, man.
Matt Cortez in their rebuttal bag, man.
You gotta salute these guys, these guys who've been around forever, and they're still trying to tweak their games. You gotta
reinvent themselves.
You got to, man. After being 10 years in the game, you gotta reinvent yourself.
You know what happened to them one time?
I said they're reinventing themselves.
Cortez and Math with the freestyles, reinventing themselves.
They have to. They got to stay ahead of the curve, man. You got to stay hungry. So they got to stay, whatever. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're really stepping their game up. Cortez did 3 of them things.
Yo, absolutely, and it was fire.
It was extremely fire.
It
won the round for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
The round was really close.
My dude, he in his Instagram stories, he screenshotted your tweet where you said Cortez's freestyle. Shout out to Cortez. Cortez, you got to get up here, boy.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? Brooklyn.
When Norbes comes back, since he missed the other half of the
I'm back.
Oh, you back, baby?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I missed the court. I'm mad I missed some of those battles. I can't deal with that heat like that, bro.
Did you catch the main event? DNA and O-Red.
Sounds like he left.
You didn't see that?
I actually heard most of it because I was outside.
Quick question.
But I heard DNA did really well.
Yo, yeah, I mean, I had DNA winning.
That should have been unknown.
We're going to cover that battle a little bit later when we go in detail.
It was supposed to be unknown.
That's why I was just going to ask. So what happened? Why did it get moved?
I think DNA got somebody else. I'm not sure. But I thought it was unknown, too. I was like, a couple matches got switched. Like, even the R Street battle got switched. He was supposed to be on
Survivor Series.
Yeah. No, do you think...
He was supposed to be on...
He was supposed to be on the Survivor Series joint, right?
Yeah. He probably wishes it still was.
Facts.
I think he's in the his brain was at the Survivor Series. His body was at Born Legacy too.
Did you see the video?
Yo, my man looked like DJ Academics in that joint. He looked crazy. The memes,
and at this moment, he knew. He's fucked up.
Yo, he went, that's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what, though?
I seen it like an hour after the event. I was like, no.
That joint looked crazy. But you know what, though? At least he's got a moment.
No, that's not the moment you want.
That's not the moment you want. That's not the moment you want.
Listen, you don't want it, but how many guys have absolutely zero moments, right? So if he can come back and have like 2 fire performances in a row, you got a moment. You got to make the best of this. He's got to make some.
He was a bar at the end of the night. He was a bar for 2 battles.
If he's smart, he'll bounce back, do a couple skits, do a couple of blogs or whatever, make fun of it. You got to roll with the punches. Don't let this bury you, R Streets. You know what I mean? Roll with the punches.
He needs to do a bunch of those. He needs to just do like, I sent T-Top to talk to my wife.
Exactly. Make some T-shirts out of it. Marketing 101. This is some free game for you, R Streets. Print yourself up 100, 200 T-shirts. Get them Johns out of here. You hot right now, boy. You can make some paper off of this, man.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Word up, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I was dying laughing.
It's hilarious, man.
So
I seen T-Top. I said, "You're a real piece of shit."
That's hilarious.
That's what friends are for, right?
I was like, "What happened?"
Oh man.
You know,
T-Top kept saying that he was really fighting to have like rigs or bad news on his card. And can you talk a little bit about why like they weren't on the North Carolina card?
Cool.
Bad news and rigs. Because T-Top said he was
because
fighting.
they're not on the URL.
He said he was fighting for those guys to get on, but Bad News did a PG. So would that count?
Well, they're not on the URL, so that wasn't.
Yo, my brother, if you don't got that paperwork, you ain't getting that work.
I see.
Yeah,
man,
I think Bad News is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Riggs is all right, but this is not being on the URL is not is a privilege. You earn the right to get on the URL.
And not only that, this was a card for like with some heavy hitters on it too. You know what I mean? Like you put them on
you know
that.
what? I can.
It's a heavy
I was
hitter
just about to
card.
say that. Like Jim's and Bad News both had a PG. They got vaulted, but Jim's on and Bad News isn't. But Jim's has a challenge, while Bad News would have had a favor.
And he's got a storyline, and he's gonna promote it.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
The other guy's gonna sit around and wait for Norbes to call them again. And if he doesn't, then they're gonna complain and say he didn't call.
It's not against Bad News, but I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of News. I respect his grind and stuff like that, but for him to be on the card, no.
So what about the vets, Briz and Top? They weren't on just because of scheduling, I'm guessing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because Top
an opponent.
Yeah, Top battled about a month and some change right before that. Yeah. He was on the last 3 events. He was on Traffic and Summer Madness. So,
and I'm pretty
sure
thought
he was going to be on the card.
Yeah,
but scheduling wise, it didn't work out.
Makes sense.
Norbes, man, we know you got a lot to get to, my brother. Tell us what's coming up in the future. What should we be tuned into? What do the people got to look forward to? Talk to us.
Well, we got Initiation coming up. We got Gnome coming up. Summer Madness. We got so much shit coming up.
So Summer Madness is confirmed this year. Summer Madness is confirmed this year?
They confirmed at the event.
Yeah, it's definitely happening.
All right. West Coast, East Coast, down south. Can we talk regions? Or that's just up in the air?
No, I have a feeling it's going to come back to New York.
Ooh, well, you know if it's there, you know who's going to be in the house covering that joint.
Facts.
We definitely going to be
in
up
there,
there.
bro.
Oh, for
We're
sure.
in there.
For sure, my brother. Well,
you know what I mean?
No, if you couldn't serve it, this past event, right? It was so hot and you had to leave. Summer Madness 1 and 2. What about those events? Those events were excruciating.
I don't know. I get to sit down in the AC and stuff. There was no AC in the whole building. So,
word.
So, you know what I mean? I don't sit in the crowd. I can't do the crowd.
VIP, baby. Well, Norbes, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging with us, my brother. You know we definitely gonna chop it up, we're
gonna call you later on.
And I also got the little mobile podcast studio, so I could pull up on you, brother, and we could talk some more talk. You know what I'm saying, man?
We could do that tomorrow. Like, my bad about tonight, but we could do it whenever. You know, I fuck with you, my people.
Oh, for sure, my brother. You know we're gonna do that then, man.
We're gonna talk for sure.
Much love, my brother. All right, man. Norbes, take care, my brother. Let's talk battle rap. Peace.
Sucks that he missed a couple of battles, unfortunately, right? Like,
yeah,
I definitely wanted to hear his opinion on some of like Snake Eyes' performance, Ryder's performance.
But you know what's good though, being that he missed it, we get to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And
well, yeah, let's definitely jump into that.
Let's do that, man.
We missed Glueezy and Shotgun Suge.
Okay, yeah. So you want to do that, or you want to start from the beginning and work up the card?
We got the beginning. We got the first 2 battles down. So we can start from Glueezy to Shotgun.
All right, cool. So Glueezy, Shotgun Suge. I think Suge kind of got that fairly easily. You know what I mean?
I was really shocked by Glueezy. He didn't seem himself. What happened? Your mic disconnect?
No, these look like they were falling, so I just didn't want it to.
All right, you good? You good?
Cool. Just making sure. My bad, y'all. Some technical difficulties. I'm back.
It's all good.
Honestly, he was the first guy that I felt was like, when I realized, like, yo, it's really hot in there. Like, I knew it was
He didn't
hot.
look like himself, man.
He was speeding through his work. His cadence was off. His timing was off. A lot of guys' rhythm and timing was off last night.
You know whose timing and rhythm wasn't off?
Who?
Wait,
who you say, Ryder?
That's what you're gonna say, right?
No, that's what you gonna say, right?
Well, that's what. Who are you gonna say?
No, Ryder was rapping really fast.
He was rapping really fast. But his cadence helped his delivery for all the haymakers for me.
It was so fast though that I felt like he was just speeding through it and didn't really give.
Really?
Yeah. Speeding. Well, all right. So we're on Shotgun Suge and Glueezy,
We'll get to
right?
that. We'll get to that.
We'll get so many battles, man. We talking battle rap. You know how we get.
Facts.
I thought Suge took that kind of easily. I was really underwhelmed by.
It's just the outclass.
I was
underwhelming outclass.
No, I was underwhelmed by Glue's work. Like his material, the substance, like just wasn't. It wasn't much to me.
And his delivery
was off. His performance was
Everything
off.
Was
he
off
looked
about
off.
It.
I felt like Suge was just coasting at a 7.5. I felt like, he knew what levels I felt like if he really wanted to deliver it, like he would have delivered it. But it being so damn hot in there and him already winning,
so
it was kind of like, why I don't really, because you saw in the second round he turned up. Because in the first round he was coasting, second round turned up, third round he saw Glue ain't really have much room in the bag.
The home crowd didn't even gas.
No,
that's crazy.
Not at all.
That's when I was like, all right, this crowd's not biased.
Yeah, and but I was compared to Danny's work that Glue had,
so
and, compared to Geechee's work that he had.
Right. So
I was like, what is going on right now? Like, this isn't what I was expecting. You feel me?
You know how a lot of people have said like, oh, I work better under pressure, under less timing.
Yeah, so that was me as a kid, man.
Right? Is Glue one of those guys? Is Glue one of those last minute writers?
I mean, hey,
because 5 days prep. Beat Danny Myers.
Yeah.
I heard, a week or two for chess.
Yeah.
Solid.
I mean, I don't know, man.
A lot of them are short timing too. So like,
hey, listen, he better get that right.
He had since December for Shotgun Suge, apparently.
I mean, that's what I'm so surprised about.
Right.
I'm like, it's not like he had any fresh angles. It's not like he had like any incredible punches, really. And it's not a battle that you want to go back and watch.
Suge didn't even need to pocket tap.
No, like none of them did.
Well, Luigi did a pocket tap,
and he did a
cool.
Spud Webb reverse dunk.
That was fire.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was fire. That was fire.
Yo, you see them? He bent the knees and he jumped all the way up.
He got hops. Yo, he got hops.
Yo, I was shocked. I was like, yo, Glue Easy is wilding right now, man. I was like, but yo, I mean, all in all, man, Suge coasted. And even still, it was a decent Suge. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really mad at it. After the first round,
it was just
yeah, but
it felt like the Ill Will Suge to me. Except Ill Will's a vet, so that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. But yeah, so especially and him being home in Carolina,
just the opportunity missed.
I'm like, bruh, man, like you could have bumped yourself up to instead of bottom of the card, maybe middle of the card somewhere.
Devil's advocate. If Glue Easy had a great performance, but that was a decent Suge, would we have discredited his performance?
If Glue Easy had a great performance and that was just a decent Suge,
yeah, that's what we're saying. That Suge was okay.
Right. Oh, I mean,
so what the
I think Suge would have stepped it up. I think Suge would have stepped his delivery up because the vets got that delivery move. Like if they decide
they can adapt. They can
I gotta put in the afterburners and really sell this.
Right.
All right, let me really sell it. But Suge's like, listen, man, I'm good, brother. I just want to get out this hot ass fishnet jersey that I got on right now and just get off this stage. You know what I'm saying? So the quicker I can do it, let me get up out of here because this is light work right now.
On to so that's a simple, overwhelming outclass.
Yeah,
2-1.
Yeah.
On to Ryder and Cortez.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say.
Oh, let's talk battle rap, baby. Talk about it.
I think Cortez was very confident as a vet going first. He had the vet move.
Mm-hmm.
I think it backfired on him.
Who you think? Cortez? Hold on.
No,
say that one more time.
So you know how Cortez went first?
Yeah.
He elected to go first.
Yeah.
He's trying to set a bar.
Yeah.
that Ryder can't reach.
Yeah.
I think lyrically he did, but not energy-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have benefited him more to have gone second in this match.
I'm going to tell you what I think about this match. All right. I felt like Tez's substance and content was dope. I felt like Ryder's substance and content was equally dope, but in a different way.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like, I felt like both guys were just about the
in
same.
their own lanes.
In their own lane, doing them exactly how they should. Except I felt like Ryder was rapping really fast.
Really?
And,
well, I'm not saying he didn't rap fast. To me, I felt like his cadence in that battle helped out for me because he did a lot of like tone switching, right?
Yeah.
And his voice pitch. So like when he's setting up the haymaker and getting ready to land it, you can almost like tell.
No, you can tell.
Like if you put the battle on mute, by his body language, you
will
know he's
gearing up and all that.
Funny. Before we say, have you ever watched a battle in a language you don't understand.
Yeah, you always know what's going on.
It's funny. You know what's going on.
You
so
know what's going
there's
on.
An interest.
It's that battle rap sixth sense. Like you feel like, oh, he's about to land a haymaker. He's about to do this and do that.
Like you can
know
tell
when it's happening.
Right. So like I feel like even if he was rapping fast, it played to his advantage.
I mean, personally, I felt like both guys were doing themselves. Pause. I feel like both guys did them to the max, right?
Right.
But I felt like Ryder was just speeding through his material too fast. Tez had the freestyles in there that were hitting.
All
you know
of
what
them.
I mean?
Yeah.
And
they all hit.
And he had good material. He had his own swag going on. The dance moves, he maybe one too many, but I wasn't mad at him having fun. You know what I mean?
I wish I could love my girlfriend the way Cortez loves his own material. He's like, that is crazy. Woo! Nasty. But I agree with you too. Like they both did them in their own spectrums. But for me, I felt like just as a skill set wise, you got to give the advantage to Cortez.
Absolutely.
Like he's being more lyrical. He's actually kind of angling. He's scheming.
Yeah.
He has his wordplay, his breakdowns. He's not being predictable.
And he's having fun up there,
too. He's having fun up there, too. And he's freestyling.
Yeah.
Ryder, even though he had hard haymakers, at one point, it was a lot of court. And, like, I said, I've seen a lot of court lines.
Core. Like, we've heard them all.
Some of he should try to make more lines where, like, it's just one line, like almost like a Rum Nitty kind of style. Set up, punch right away.
Yeah.
Because when he did that in his third round, that was fire. The just because you out of reach don't mean you out of range.
Well, yeah. That was very John-esque.
That was
very John-esque.
A little bit,
right? Yeah. You gave
But,
me a shot. No, I'm taking it from close range, right? Not out of reach range.
But I thought that, like, I was like, oh shit, I was impressed by that because I feel like he punches well.
Yeah.
So he should punch a little faster.
Yeah.
Or just a little, like, speed up the pace of it, like, more rapid.
And was it just me or, man, this is where we could have used battle rap stats, man, to get the timing on these battle rap stats. Where you at, baby? Shout out to you. Everybody go follow him on Twitter.
I don't feel like Ryder surpassed him too much in the first, like, maybe like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I felt like Ryder was rapping a long time.
Wow.
Was it just me? Am I tripping?
The first round? Because that was the round like Cortez kind of
Tez was like, yo, like, come on. Like, I'm not going to cut him off, but
Tez
get him at 4. You know what I'm saying?
Get me 30 last time. You feel me? Last time, I let him rap 6 minutes. That ain't happening tonight. You don't deserve that.
And he didn't want to cut him off. Cortez, being the gentleman and the savage that he is, said, hey, man, I'm not going to cut him off, but please, at 4 minutes, gentlemen, could you please at least give him a warning at 4 minutes? You know what I'm saying? Like, but, yeah,
Ryder won the first, though.
But I feel like Ryder has to become a little bit more dynamic on that stage, a little bit more engaging with the crowd. You feel me? Like, he's rapping through his material so fast to get it through that I feel like this is the art of communication.
He's
and
very
you gotta
humble.
Communicate.
He's very humble.
He is, but
so I think him being humble and then turning into like a strong guy on the stage.
But JC is also very humble too.
But JC has more of a personality than he has. He's interacts more.
I think JC's just used to the battle rap world and lifestyle a little bit more, and he's grown up in this. Like, he's a man now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
Ryder's growing up.
Right, Ryder is growing up in this, and I feel like there's been times where Ryder has had moments where he's showed his personality and, like, you know, and he's really just being him. But sometimes, like, when you're so laid back, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't really come to help you to your advantage. And if you're gonna be like that, then you gotta be engaging. You know what I'm saying?
I did like the performance because even though it wasn't, I won't say it's like the best, it showed little inches of like, okay, this round he did this. If he could find a way to do that more, like you see you see a higher ceiling. Man, you can still see a higher ceiling with him.
Ryder is an incredible MC.
And he only has maybe 15 battles?
Yeah, he's still young in the game. He's an incredible MC. And if somebody has Ryder winning this battle, I'm not.
Yeah, so to be honest,
I'm not gonna like.
He did do his mission. Because we thought Cortez was gonna press Mafia him.
I was looking forward to that.
I'm not gonna lie. That's what I thought too. I thought Ryder took this battle a little too early, but he walked out there with enough people saying, "You won." So he did his job.
Yeah, he did his job. He didn't get bodied. He had great material. You know. What else is there for him to do? You know, if you didn't
Cortez gave us 3 of those things in the third, and I can't let that ride.
Hey, salute to him, man. Salute to him. ORED and DNA.
It was unfortunate that it was a little dull. Like I felt like it was a little dull.
Interesting.
You know, and I was just like, this isn't like enough. This isn't a great DNA. Neither is this a great red. I think a lot of things contribute to it, so I'm not downplaying it because obviously, 2,000 degrees on the stage, last battle.
It was
of the
juvenile
night.
in there, 400 degrees.
It was set up for so many things, and for I just feel like that battle should have been a known battle.
Well, you know what's funny? I actually thought that for that being the 8th battle of the night,
They did pretty good.
in a venue that was hotter than Satan's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys really showed up, and like I think they really got the crowd back engaged into it, and they showed why they are at the top of the food chain right now.
Facts.
Like, they didn't, you know. I also think, for me, I think if you're getting the feeling that it was a little boring, it might have been because maybe DNA was a little bit more lyrical than people are used to in this battle.
I didn't like Red's third round, man.
It was all right. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. Like I didn't like his third.
His first 2 rounds were pretty solid.
His second was good.
Yeah.
Second was really good.
First was good too.
His first like when it ended, I was like, oh, the window's open.
Yeah.
Like the window's wide open. That's how
Yeah.
I felt. And DNA's first was pretty solid. Like to me, DNA's second was okay. He ended it really strong with that mid-round rebuttal.
Yeah.
But then I was like, nah, well, I like Red's second round a little bit more. I had a 1-1 going into the third, and I just didn't like Red's third round, to be honest.
What'd you think about Twerk jumping in, getting tagged in?
I almost forgot that. There's too many.
It was the night of the tags.
How many
man.
taggings
What the
were there?
hell,
Let's count the taggings.
Yeah, you got
There
all
was-
streets.
The fail. So
Fail. Body.
Shotgun Shook technically jumped in for Cortez's.
Oh my god. Yeah, he walked out.
Technically.
Shotgun should technically walked out for Cortez. True that.
Bonnie jumped in.
Bonnie
for Snake.
jumped in, yeah, and then we had Twerk jumping in. So we had half of the battles had people jumping in. Yo, this is a trend we got to end. Yo.
That's it. No more. Please, yo,
This
if-
is the
if you-
trend
if-
that has to end.
If somebody jumps in at Gnome, you're giving that round up.
Yo, Gnome security. If you see
know
a rapper
what?
jumping out, just yank him off the stage. Beasley,
Did everybody lose all those
Yeah.
rounds? Probably, right? Some.
I-
We got to think about that
you
another
gotta
time.
think about that another
But
time, man.
No more. I don't want to see that no more.
Nah, man, give that a break, yo. Give that a break. Y'all said y'all don't want to see
Well,
no more 2-on-2s, and these people keep jumping in.
Cortez did it the least because Shook didn't even.
It's yeah.
He just came to do performance.
I think
He's
Shook was a
he was
human
he was a prop.
He was a shotgun.
prop.
Yeah, he was a prop. So let's take that back. So 3 out of 8 battles. Nah, man, I thought the battle was good, man. I thought it was a good battle, especially for it being the last battle of the night.
Yeah.
We got a very lyrical. Yo, and go back and break it down, man. DNA's flow with the intricate lyrics. He's not just doing the 4-bar punches.
You know
Let's
what was
celebrate
You
that,
know what was
man.
good about that? Like
What's
since
up?
since there wasn't a big spurt of reactions.
Yeah.
There was a good period of time you had to hear DNA rap.
When he kept going something right, da 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 right, da da right, da 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 right. When people rap like that with rhythm, and they also it keeps you so engaged, so that if people
Well, there's a reason why DNA has all these accolades. ESPN, Funk Flex. There's a reason why he has.
Come on, man. He dropped the blog this morning, running up the Rocky steps like
legendary.
The boy is working,
nah,
man.
that shit was legendary.
And he's
bro.
dropping freestyles like every, you know what I'm saying, Friday, man. Like, DNA's working, man. He's one of the best out there. Stop hating on the boy, man. Come on. Another guy who grew up in our faces, man. Went from being a 17-year-old battle rapper, just going around the streets in Times Square and freaking 14th Street and whatnot, to being like one of the top guys in the world, man. We got to salute that. And you know, I had DNA.
Right. I wanted to see if I could play the clip of his.
It's
Yo,
all good.
that shit was hilarious. And you know what's you know how me dying?
Yeah.
I read a lot of the comments of people that like had over at winning.
Yeah,
Twerk
yeah.
was like, "You lost."
Yo, Twerk is hilarious, man.
He's like, "This is hilarious, but you lost."
Yeah, yo, shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame and Hip Hop Is Real, man. I woke up like at 2 a.m. last night, right?
Oh,
And what's up? You got it? You got the DNA skit?
nah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I woke up at like 2 a.m. last night out the blue, you know what I'm saying, do the whistle break, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, should I even check the YouTubes and see what's going on? Man,
Hip Hop Is Real works fast. They work fast.
Freaking 15 Minutes of Fame and hip. I put that joint on, like, I set up a whole playlist and watched like all the interviews, man. So I want to salute those guys, man, for being content creators and always being on the scene and bringing us the visuals, man. We truly do appreciate your hard work. Uncle Ra, Knowledge, everyone who's up there. I'm sorry, I don't know everybody's names, but nothing but love, man. And you guys always got a welcome seat up here and whatnot anytime you want to come up and chop it up.
Facts.
But thank you for all the visuals, gentlemen. We really appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man.
Got a couple other battles that we missed.
Talk about it. Yeah, we could cover a couple more in detail. You know what I mean?
We missed Snake and Math.
Go ahead, brother. Start it up.
Who'd you have winning? Can we talk about that first?
I feel
like we're gonna have.
I had Math winning. Yeah.
I don't have Math winning that battle.
You do not have Math winning that battle.
No, I think I have Snake Eyes winning. I watched it a handful of times.
I did too.
So, all right, the first round, you gave it a Math, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I thought Snake Eyes had better bars than Math in the first round.
He didn't deliver them.
Why? Hold on. This angered me about the battle.
Uh-huh.
Snake Eyes spit a party arty bar, and the crowd was silent.
Well, they was in Raleigh.
No. So what? I'm not letting that rock.
Listen.
I'm not letting that rock. That's one of the top verses of battle rap.
I think you take it for granted that we're from the Mecca, and we grew up in this. Like, this is in our blood. Like, this ain't no pass it down, diluted thing. This is in our blood. We know this. This is in our DNA.
I'm gonna just say they were tired. But that's one. For me, every time I hear that line, I gotta say the whole verse already, just because that's how much I love that round.
Because you're an NYC kid.
But there's a lot of people that's not from NYC that love
from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't think. Yeah, that Raleigh crowd.
They got to go back to DVDs for that.
They do. That's the thing about hip hop and battle rap. We got to stop shitting on each other and shitting on our legends, and we need to celebrate these guys for all the work that they did do. Because without them, there's no us. So just like the basketball players and the football players, they never shit on each other. Ever, ever, ever. Even if they don't like each other, they will always big each other up because they know how hard it is to do what they did. So everybody go educate yourself. Go watch that Mook and Audie. But I had Math winning. I had Math winning the first round. I thought he was just overall just better, just more constructed. Just
Thought so?
Yeah, I just thought he was more well-rounded, just more seasoned.
There was a lot of jokes, and I liked the jokes, but for me, it didn't hit me. The snake eye, we know that's gonna happen.
Hey, yo, man, if I laugh, it hit.
I get it,
and I laughed.
I get it.
You feel me?
But you know what? I guess maybe.
Yeah.
That also has an impact because, like, I the way I take jokes is like it hits or miss for me, right?
Right.
I'm 50-50 with it.
Uh-huh.
So when I see it in the building, maybe I like it more than when I do pay-per-view.
But this is what I'm saying. If it could transcend through the TV and I laugh, it hit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think Snake's second was just not good.
That was weird.
Him no pay me.
Hold on.
Him no pay me.
Snake, you my guy.
Guan.
You my guy.
Guan.
What was that? That was a little odd. Like when he pulled up the FedEx, I was like, Harlem guys love the paperwork.
God,
I thought it looks. I'm like, yo, you guys love paperwork.
And then we didn't even see the damn paperwork.
He's like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, and here's what are also great battles too.
Right.
You know we got the petty files over here, right? You know we got the petty files, right? You know, the thing is, when I watch body language and I watch character,
right.
Math had Snake out of his character.
Yeah.
Talking through the rounds, couldn't
No.
stand still.
I don't know if he had him out of his character, but I think Math checked him. Like Math was like, "Stop talking through my rounds," and he stopped.
And he didn't know what to do with himself after that.
I felt like Math was trying to get the psychological.
Watch it again.
Right.
Watch it again. He had him out of characters, talking a whole lot. Even after the paperwork failed, like he's talking, Math can't even get started yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, Math, I just thought that round was, you know what I mean? Math did his thing. I hear a lot of people saying Math was stumbling, right? He tripped up on a couple words, but he was trying some new things too. And the thing is, when
you're talking about his third round.
And he had a little slight slip up in the second. But when he did slip up, he fought through it. And it wasn't the cleanest.
What round do you have Snake winning, or do you have it as a 30?
I'll say this: I said on Twitter that the first was debatable. Snake's bars and material in the first was on point. On point.
I gave it to that.
I just felt like Math was just a little bit more seasoned to me. But like that one's debatable. I might go back tomorrow and say, hey, you know what? All right.
So then you give Math the last two.
Yeah, because I felt like Snake's third, he wasn't really cooking until the end of his third.
See,
right?
Here's my problem.
Talk to me.
Here's why I kind of have issues judging the battle.
Yeah.
I felt like the first debatable gave it a Snake. The second, Math got cleared.
Yeah.
The third, though, like it's hard to say Math lost that round with that legendary rebuttal.
And his material was good too.
Yo,
but wait, that third was so disrespectful. He talked about the man's aborted child.
Yo.
He said that she aborted your child on Valentine's Day. He said you was too broke for a girl to have your child. Yo, that hurt when I heard that.
See, but then like
that hurt.
Yeah, the material was really good. I thought Snakes was just a little better. But the thing is, if I have it that close, I would have gave it to Math because of the freestyle. Mm-hmm. But then even though he stumbled and he was trying some new shit,
but he even said, "Listen, I'm giving you extra bars." You know what I mean?
I hear you. But,
yeah.
But I have to be fair and dock it.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a judge, I would still dock it.
Okay.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I still feel like his content, because for me, I had all of those things in there. Like, he even threw an eye joke in there.
The thing is,
like
he had that rebuttal was so strong.
Yeah.
Like you're almost ready to give him the round.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just it's such a close round still. And so I have even though I have Snake winning, I feel like Math kind of left more of the victor because of that rebuttal.
Absolutely.
So that's where it's like, Snake, all right, you'll get another play. You look good.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of edged it on technicalities.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as impact, you definitely will probably leave with Math.
Yeah.
So Math is 2-0 for the.
I didn't feel like Snake hurt himself. I feel like he was a victim of the heat the first round also. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of guys were a victim of the heat to their first round.
Well, salute to all those guys.
Salute.
To getting through that shit, period.
Yeah, a lot of guys were a victim to that heat. And then once you see, Math turned up in the first, like, then it's like, okay, I got to do my thing. But I felt like Snake's material was dope. I just felt like things were just off a slight split second. It's like that angst to get that big star you always wanted to go up against, quote unquote bully match. And it's like you're finally here, but the conditions are not the conditions that you thought that you were preparing for. Right. You feel me? Maybe if it was if everybody was super fresh and there was air conditioning, I can lean stronger towards Snake's side. But I felt like Math's slower pace and timing and like vet moves just led more to like a controlled round, if that makes any sense. You feel me? To me anyway.
So you know what? Now that we really think about the conditioning, like just a shout out to all the MCs, even if you had a decent performance, because of the conditioning, we're going to give you that acknowledgement that you got through that shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, and, Av said he said he cut it short.
He cut it short?
He said he cut it short. Like,
like he didn't want to rap.
He said, let me just
He left the window open for the stands, man.
He did, man. But it's like, we know that. Come on, man.
Right.
I mean, Clips, man, you my mans and all. Like, I'll still check for what you do, but I don't know, bro. Like, I didn't feel happy about that.
We picked Clips to win.
I picked Clips emphatically 3-0.
Yeah, you did.
I was on the Clips bandwagon. I thought he was just going to dance circle around Av.
So I guess it's official confirmed. Clips has a struggle with punches, pure punches.
Yo, I can't argue it. When you brought that fact up,
the data is there.
When you brought that fact up, I was like, hey, man, you know what?
Lost to Rumney. Not a good performance against Rumney. He lost.
No,
not
all of the punches.
Danny Myers lost. O-Red.
No, I mean, he had one good round against O-Red. You know what I'm saying? All the punches that he's faced, he's lost. And I try to go against the trend because I just figured he's just an all-around better battler, and I thought he'd just be more entertaining. I felt like he's in a good, financial space. Like, there's no reason why the material would be lackluster.
He was rapping about cigarettes.
Come on, bro.
People on Twitter was like, he's like, you really rapping about cigarettes?
And then he's like, yo, you talking through my rounds. You throwing me off. I'm like, yo, Clips, man, we doing this again, man. The Smack owe you 8K again? Like, does he owe you 8K? Like, what's going on, man?
I mean, even though, like, this was a bad Clips, I think we're still gonna obviously have his legacy in the high regards. It's not one of those performances like, oh my God, Clips is the worst. Like, we're not. It's not that.
But it's like, yo, I don't.
It's just one of those like times where like, yo, we know you came to play, and like,
it's not making me look forward to his Gnome 8 joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, yo, listen, man. You can't be pumping bad work out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, And the thing for me is, like, he had a good 2017. So I'm like, why are you not showing up on the biggest league?
He did have a good
2017. Why are you not showing up on the biggest league?
Like,
he had a so-so performance against Rum Nitty. He had a so-so performance against Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought it was okay.
mean, it wasn't clips. It was Clips.
It's better than.
It was better than this. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, it's like, come on, man. Like, your fans expect more. You know what I mean? It's not to like, take a dump on you, but it's like you're one of those guys. Like, people got you on your Mount Rushmores. These country cats came out to see you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the thing is too. I think of this when you're like recruiting talent. Since
you got to lead by example.
Because John takes a lot of pride into that.
Absolutely. So John's taking pride and kicking ass in battles.
Cortez has a league.
Tears over tears. He's taking his joint seriously. So, man, it's like with any kind of organization, people follow the leader. You know what I mean? They follow the strengths of their leaders. Soldiers follow the leaders. And it's like, yo, man, you gotta be a good general out here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know what's going on. But what else did we miss, my dude?
Champion of the night was Geechee Gotti.
Oh, clearly. Let's talk about that battle just a little bit more.
Who's runner up? Would it be Jerry West?
It's gotta be. Jerry West had 3 fire rounds, B.
All right, hold on. So now since we have 2 candidates that are worthy
we went over this last time. It's Geechee because he had the...
Yeah, I agree it's Geechee, but I'm asking
we're going to break it down for the fans. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Is there a debate?
I think there's a difference between performer of the night and champion of the night. Because if we want to get technical, I feel bar for bar, performance for performance, I feel Jerry's 3 rounds were like damn near...
Was a better performance by like
It was damn near flawless if we want to talk about it.
Facts.
Right? Like, I can't find much that I didn't like about his round.
That's going to be... But you know what? I think it's not his peak.
It's not even his peak, and this was in horrible conditions.
I think it's not even his peak.
This was in horrible conditions.
That's what I look forward to.
And he had damn near 3 flawless rounds. Can we acknowledge that, people? Like, that's type crazy. But, you had X Factor, who's a Midwest legend coming back, who's been hit or miss. We don't know what he's going to come with. You know what I'm saying?
Best X Factor I've seen in the last 6
years. But
he
came back with a vengeance. The 3rd round was going to be a little bit better, but I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? But Geechee had JC, who's one of these guys who's been out here banging with everybody on his way to seeing Lux. Who knows? That might still go down. Who knows? And JC wasn't lacking in that battle, and he came to fight too. So, and I think from him coming all the way from the West Coast and a new market and just being him, this is another thing I had to say. Snake Eyes in his battle had 0 jail bars, and he's the jail king, right? So he gets in front of Math and changes what he does. He changes what got him there and what people revere him for. That's another sign of like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Math already got somewhat.
But people want to see him again.
People want to see him again. But what I'm saying is, he changed who he was when he got there slightly. Mm-hmm. Geechee turned his sliders all the way up. He came in there with that West Coast. All right, man, this is what we came in to do here, right here. You know what I'm saying? We come right here, West Coast. We holding it down right here, Compton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Compton.
I think Jerry West, if you want to not nitpick saying like anything is bad about the performance, but if you want to pick the details as to like why would you rank one higher than the other performance wise, I could see why you would say Jerry West. But again, performer and champion is different.
Exactly. And I'm glad you understand that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And RB last week had both.
Exactly.
So maybe we could start thinking about
Math won both last week, and he deserved it.
We can start thinking about like separating both.
Yeah. So for us,
and the thing is, this is Jerry West's maybe 2nd battle on the road on URL.
Okay, good.
But this was Geechee's 1st.
Right. Then he showed the hell up. Going back to that battle, I felt Geechee took the 1st. Mm-hmm. I felt JC had material in his 1st, but I felt Geechee's 1st was just very strong. Like, he needed to make his presence felt, and he had to put it down for the W. He had to fly that card hard. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But fam, JC's 2nd. Oh my gosh, JC. That right? I know everyone loves the lyrical miracle stuff. What I saw right there from JC, because in the 1st round, Gotti questioned him about, being part of a certain organization. If you notice, JC represented for that organization. He didn't shy away from it. He showed you what he's from, what he reps. But I love that in his 2nd round, he's telling you, listen, there's a way to go about this street stuff. You don't have to glorify doing this, that, and the third. I done been through everything you've been through. I just don't talk about it. And you really got that sense from him. And he was really talking. He was grown man talking to Geechee. And I didn't think that with his small stature, and, he talks about, everything else everybody else talks about. But, everyone's always like, oh, do you believe JC? Do you not? But in this battle, I felt like this was a dude who done been through some things, did a few things, but knows how to carry himself and just stay low. You know, some dudes just don't even dress like they got bread. They stay low and keep it. I've got that talk from him, and I appreciated that. I felt like he was a grown man talking to Geechee, and that second round was powerful. But then Geechee came with that third round. Talk about that third round, my brother.
That shit was really great, bro.
Son.
Like, I'm kind of speechless at it because I'm just thinking to myself, like, wow, like, this is it. Like, now we know he can do this anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, under any condition.
Yeah.
Against any competitor.
Anybody.
His resume is starting to stack up. Av, even though,
like, these are big names.
Yeah, he took Av at home. So even though Av is a big name, and Av came off the loss from T-Top at the time, you would probably have, like, Geechee, I guess.
He got a fire Av.
And he had a really great Av. And they put on a great back and forth.
Great.
And he has a JC that's rested.
Yeah.
In about 6 months.
Yeah.
And it was really good, JC. Mutual grounds battle.
Yeah.
Mutual ground.
Yeah.
And so both crowds had no particular. It's a really good battle.
And the crowd was loving both.
Haven't you noticed now, like, every time there's an event, Geechee's putting on a good battle.
So, and you go back to his battles. You want to go back? I'll go back and watch the Av battle.
Even if I don't think he's won all of them.
It don't matter.
He's putting on a good
He's putting on a good performance, man. And he's getting better and better. And his punches are creative as hell. For a super street, super gangster dude, let's not front on his punches. Let's not just focus on the gory image. Yo, my dude, some of those things he was saying was, sometimes I feel guilty for enjoying this content. Yo, Geechee Gotti, when you rap, I feel like I'm watching a snuff tape. You know what I'm saying? It's like an audio snuff tape. This guy's crazy, man. Like, but it's like with all the gory images, you still
He didn't have his eyes closed that much neither.
Nah, man, he saw everything that night, boy. You know what I'm saying? And he came with it, man. He came with it, and I'm happy, man, because I've been a day one supporter. Once I realized who he was,
I liked him against Gluezy a lot, and against Saint.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong
against
with
Danny Myers. He's really good too.
Yeah, I mean, he slipped up a little bit, but it was fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get Geechee on the show, man. We gotta get Geechee on the show for real. But I thought it was fire. I had Geechee winning 2-1, but I thought JC was fire though. Like, I was happy to
nobody
see
stock
JC
hurts in this battle.
Nobody stock hurts, and I gotta say this, man. I've ragged on JC a lot in the past. I don't know, because it was just fun to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I gotta say, man, salute to you, my dude. Like, you really impressed me, man. And more importantly, your post game interview, man. You're a very humble dude, and I saw a different side of you. I don't know. I don't really see you talk that much, but I just like really connected with him from that battle, man. And I just want to say, yo, continue to do your thing, man. You've been a vet who's been out here consistent, and I salute you, my brother. Take my hats off to you. Av, I apologize to you for saying Clips was going to beat you 3-0. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I apologize to those two brothers. Danger Zone. I apologize to you, Danger Zone.
Facts.
I personally thought this was a fire Danger Zone. You know what I mean? So I apologize to those brothers, but
now that we're coming close to the end, and
5 minute shot clock is on, brother.
We were kind of talking about champion.
Yes, sir.
Now, as far as champion of the night, we're gonna look past that. Champion of the year. Since we're almost approaching June, we should definitely start projecting things.
We got
you have Math 2-0. Is Math your leading candidate?
He's up there. I mean, you know, if he does what he needs to do next week, it's gonna be hard to take him off. I mean, John, he did good. I'm gonna
reserve my full. Once June hits, I'm gonna give out my full
top 10,
breakdown of it all. But I was thinking about Math, like, well, he kind of got two in the books for some people, so he's on that path. And I was just thinking about as a whole, like, champion night and year.
Yeah.
All the champions of the night so far, Mr. Wavy.
Yes, sir.
O'Red.
Yeah. Yo, it's a lot coming up, man. It's a lot coming up.
Am I missing any champions? There's only been 2 so far.
I mean,
and obviously Geechee. And Math.
I mean, O-Red is still doing good out here. Yeah, I'm not saying he's the head contender, but
he got one for the year. He got one for the year.
He's got a great one for the year, and it's not like he was slacking. I think people
move forward. Like, we got to start thinking about, like, yo, he got champion of the night 1 to 2 times this year. Like, that's something to start putting.
That's something to say on the resume. That's another badge. You know what I mean?
That is
for sure, man. But my brother, man, this weekend coming up, you know what I'm saying? To conclude the URL joint, just to let you guys know what's coming up, man. We will be at Mass 4. You know what I'm saying? This is facts. So if you see your boys out there, holla at us, man. We will be doing fans on the line. We gonna get, your takes on it, man. Media people, everybody out there. We gonna take this podcast on the road, man, and take this podcast up to another level just for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard it, man.
Word up, man.
Think we ready to sign on now?
We sure are, man. Big France. Let them know where they can find us, my brother.
You can follow the show on Twitter. We Talk Battle Rap. You can follow Program V at Program V on Twitter. Follow the show. Spotify, iTunes, YouTube coming up this week. Email the show. Let's talk battle rap at gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
And that's it for me.
Yo, man, for everybody out there, man. Peace.